Hey everybody, welcome back. These are some people that got kicked out of a wedding and we are going to decide if they deserved it. Court is in session. You may be seated. You may get your popcorn and your tea, maybe some
light soda.
not too much sugar. I know it makes you crazy. Am I the a-hole for uninviting my sister-in-law from my wedding after she tried my gown on and accidentally damaged it? Okay. I have a sister-in-law, Kate, who I've never gotten along with. She's really possessive of my mom, kind of competitive, and sometimes I think my mom likes her more than me. I'm getting married soon and I will be wearing my mom's gown. It is beautiful, custom made, and has a lot of small beading and details. I'm in love with the dress, so I was devastated when my mom reached out and told me that the dress had been damaged due to Kate having a seizure. She has epilepsy while trying it on and spilling something. Ooh, okay. Now, to be clear, I do not blame Kate for having a medical condition. The seizures are pretty well under control, so I'm sure it was unexpected and scary, but I was confused about why she was wearing it.
Period.
Like, why did she put it on to begin with? It's your dress. This would never have happened if she didn't put on the dress. My mom told me she told Kate to put it on so she could take pictures of her. Why? It's not her dress. I was grossed out and confused. My mom tried explaining that it was sentimental as it was her dress first, and she wanted to see Kate in it. Why? She said she brought it to the best cleaner and will pay whatever, but I'm still pissed and I feel very violated. I decided that I don't want Kate at the wedding because I feel so creeped out that she put the dress on. My mom says I'm being unfair as it was her dress first.
I mean,
Your mom also shouldn't have asked her to put it on either. It's kind of like your dress, not anybody else's. Nobody else should be trying it on. Kate called me psycho and said it's okay because my mom told her to. No, it's not. I understand it was her dress at one point, but like, this is why no one else is supposed to put on the dress. You're not even supposed to put on the dress until the wedding because you could damage it, and then what? My brother's upset and thinks I'm being cruel because the seizure wasn't her fault. Yeah, it's not her fault, but putting on the dress was her fault. Am I being like really? Yeah. I feel like, okay, all right, I'm gonna calm down. I feel as though, okay, it was not cool for her to try the dress on. It just wasn't. It wasn't cool of your mom to say that it was okay to try the dress on. I'm sure your sister maybe wouldn't have even put it on if it weren't for your mom, okay? I think that it's unfair to uninvite your sister from your wedding, your sister-in-law, and also not invite your mom. Like, I think that you should still have your sister-in-law at your wedding because I don't think it's only her fault. I think it's also your mom's fault. There's definitely a little bit of a sibling competition, sibling rivalry here, which makes it even more weighted. The fact that she tried something on that was yours and meant to be yours and then ruined it. Did she apologize? Because that's another issue. If she hasn't apologized, if neither of them have apologized because, she has a medical condition, she shouldn't apologize for her Don't apologize for your medical conditions ever. But you still put the dress on when you shouldn't have. All right, that's how I feel about it. Let's see what the good people of Reddit have assessed. Buy a new dress.
yeah.
I could agree with that. Like, I understand wanting to wear it for sentimental reasons, but like, clearly there's some issues with this dress. Just don't wear it. Agreed, wearing the dress will be a negative thing. You'll think of the story whenever you look at the pictures, find something else. Yes, and get your sister and your mother to pay for it. The sister-in-law was asked to try it on by the original owner of the dress. She did not care either way to try it on. Yeah, but you don't see the possible favoritism at play? Yeah, like, the mother should never have even allowed it. Like, I see why OP feels like her mom likes her sister-in-law more, considering it's her sister-in-law and not my brother's girlfriend. One could assume the sister-in-law already got married. Good point, yeah, like, why is she trying on a dress? It's not like a
Oh, this could be yours one day.
kind of dress. Or like, oh, like, I can't wait to see you get married. She's already married. And seeing my daughter figure put on my wedding dress is kind of a special moment OP could reasonably expect to happen with her, the bride. Mom is an a-hole for doing this and making her own daughter feel like B-team. There you go, all right? You're not the a-hole. Get a new dress. And don't uninvite them. Just get an amazing dress and look absolutely fabulous, darling. Your wedding, your day. Don't let other people steal the spotlight, and don't let people take your happiness from you over a dress. Am I the a-hole for kicking a server out of my wedding? Let's find out. Let's find out. I and my husband got married last Friday. We planned our dream wedding down to our dream catering company. The wedding was beautiful. After the pictures, we headed to our cocktail hour, and that's when I saw her. My guests were all told to wear dark colors, so my husband and I stood out. I also asked my guests to wear minimal makeup. I assumed that applied to the staff too. Where is this going? Kind of a weird thing to ask. The server, 19-ish, had clearly on too much
Eyeliner.
She also had diamond studs in her ears, a flashy ring, and one of those ugly nose studs. What? The staff's uniform was a black long-sleeve shirt, but on her it was too low cut and her pants were far too tight. It was super distracting. Oh, brother. She was walking around serving drinks and talking to my guests. Right, like doing her job. I asked another member of their staff to speak to their boss. When their boss came out, I pointed at the server and asked that she be dealt with because she was super distracting. Buddy, how can you not see that the way that you're writing this makes you look like a big a-hole? The boss apologized and called the server back into the kitchen. Not even an hour later, the server was back out serving food for dinner. I called the boss over again and asked if the server could work in the back or go home. I'm sorry. It kind of sounds like you're jealous of this girl. What is the issue with her just doing her job? Her boss said they were short-staffed tonight, so she would see what can be done. After a couple of hours of not seeing her, I saw the server again behind the bar. I called the boss out one last time and told her if the server didn't leave, I would be calling the cops. Bro, chill. The boss finally relented and told the girl to go home. You sound like a bully, like a straight-up bully. My husband and mother-in-law said I was acting crazy. Yeah, I would agree with that. And that I probably got a poor college kid fired over nothing. My mother and mother-in-law said it's my wedding, so I can do as I please. I don't know about that. There's definitely like a fine line between doing what you please and acting like a total dickhead because it's your wedding. It's my wedding and I don't want someone overshining me, see? Jealous. And the server should know that she's at work and not dress up so much. I'm sorry, she can't help that she's pretty. Like, sorry.
Oh God, I wish all women that were prettier than me just like wouldn't be seen.
I do feel kind of bad because she was pretty young. Am I the a-hole? 100,000%. You're a gargantuan gaping a-hole. Are you for real? Be frickin' for real, dude. Really? Oh my God, I knew you were weird when you said that you didn't want anyone to wear makeup at your wedding. Like, what is the issue? The issue is you are insecure and you don't want to be outshined by anyone. So you want everyone around you to be ugly. That makes you look pretty in comparison. This thread is now locked due to an excess of rule violations. Simmer down, y'all. I am like a little bit heated. Like I'm not... I love getting mad at other people's problems on the internet. You're the a-hole, but don't worry. I'm sure the catering team will get it right at your next wedding. Bold of you to assume they'll serve her again. Yeah. Bold of you to assume she'll get married again. Oh, I see why this thread was locked. You guys, settle down. Imagine explaining this to your next date.
Why'd you get divorced?
After my wedding, I called the cops because the server was young and hotter than me.
The fact that you could write that Reddit post and not see how, like, delusional it is, like, kind of messed up. It was a little weird. You're the a-hole. Too bad you didn't get to enjoy your own wedding reception because you couldn't stop obsessing over a college-aged server. Like, imagine being so damn pretty that, like, a bride just doesn't want to see you. Like, imagine being that gorgeous in, like, a black shirt and pants with eyeliner on that like this bride does not even want you near her in the same vicinity. I aspire to be this gorgeous. The things that you objected to in the server could have been fixed. Yeah, that's true. She could have removed her jewelry. The boss could have given her a shirt or covered her better. Yeah, it wasn't a matter of her like not doing her job. It was, oh, you didn't like her nose ring. You didn't like her eyeliner. You didn't like her shirt. Okay, so all of those things can be fixed. It wasn't about that. You were jealous of a college-aged girl who was clearly much prettier than you, and you didn't want her there. But you didn't want it fixed. You chose to complain about her and not the offending items. This was entirely your choice not to enjoy yourself. Period. That's what's up. That's what's up. What's up? That's what's up. Okay?
What's up, you guys?
OP honestly sounds unhinged. She threatened to call the police because one of the servers was wearing jewelry and a low-cut top. I'm sick of people using this "it's my day" line to justify treating people like crap at their wedding. Literally. That's what's up. You guys like my blazer?
Shiny.
Probably shouldn't wear it around this bride. She might get me arrested. All right, you're the a-hole. A big, simmering, spicy gape. You know what kind of a-hole you are? I went to Tulum recently. It was very fun, but I got norovirus. And if you don't know what norovirus is, it's a stomach bug that makes throw up and poo-poo very spicy. Very spicy indeed. That's what kind of a-hole you are. A norovirus a-hole. One more, and this one will make you upset. I am sorry. This one will definitely ruffle some feathers. I'm not really sure why a topic like this would, but I can sense it in the comments already.
I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say.
I know you bitches a little too well. Am I the a-hole for asking my mother-in-law to leave our wedding because her perfume was bothering me? Okay, all right.
Let's see.
I just got married to the love of my life. I've usually gotten on pretty well with my new in-laws. Usually my mother-in-law doesn't wear perfume, or at least not any that I've been able to notice. My wife had her mother be her matron of honor, so she was standing up front with us. It was a small area with her right next to my wife. I was able to smell her perfume. Shortly after the ceremony started, I started to get watery eyes and sniffles. Our ceremony was supposed to only last 20 minutes max, so I thought I would just push through unless it got worse. It didn't get worse until after the ceremony, when my new mother-in-law hugged me. Itchy eyes, itchy throat, and a headache got added to the mix. Okay, so you were allergic is what you're trying to say. My wife asked if I was all right, and I told her I think her mother's perfume was getting to me. We had someone go get allergy medication. I took one, but it didn't do a whole lot, and I started to feel out of it. Get to the reception, we started to do our photos. I couldn't do the group photos with my mother-in-law in them. I told my wife we needed to figure something out because my symptoms weren't letting up, and I didn't want to be out of it from taking more meds for our reception or have to leave our own reception. My wife asked her mom to keep some distance between us to try and make it easier for me. It didn't really. That perfume followed her like a damn cloud. Then my wife asked her mom to try and wash whatever she dabbed her perfume on. Good point. I was gonna say, yeah, like maybe you could just like wash it off or something, but like if she sprayed it on her clothes. Mother-in-law said she hadn't dabbed it on, she spritzed herself, so it was on her dress. At that point, she said they were out of ideas and there wasn't anything we could do. I said there was one more thing and suggested my mother-in-law leave to change her dress and then come back, or even just go to a nearby thrift store or something and get any kind of clothes. I would pay for them. I asked my mother-in-law to either please do that or leave, and we'd visit later with cake because it was getting to the point where I would have to leave. My wife and mother-in-law objected to this because my wife wanted her mom there the whole time. I understand that the day was big for my wife and she wanted her mother there, and I wanted her there too, but I wasn't able to enjoy my own wedding. I mean, you did offer a decent solution, and like I understand that she probably, you know, had that dress picked out, etc., but like, what's it gonna take? 20 minutes to go get another dress? Maybe there's someone at the wedding who could lend her a dress, go upstairs, quickly shower, and come back down. I bet by the time that the bride goes to the bathroom, takes a nice little dookie, comes back,
All will be right as rain.
I wound up sitting outside with some of my family and groomsmen. I started to feel better, and when I did, my wife came out and asked me if I'd be going back inside. I told her no, so as long as her mom was still there and hadn't changed. The night ended with my wife spending our wedding night at her parents' house. Oh no. Am I the a-hole for asking my mother-in-law to leave? Okay, this is difficult because it's very clear that you have an allergy to perfume, specifically probably that kind of perfume. It's one thing if you don't want people to wear makeup to your wedding because you're insecure. It's another thing to not want to be like smelling smoke or perfume or things that will irritate your allergy. Yes, my wife is aware of this. I had a similar reaction to a perfume she bought before. This was only the third time I had a reaction that bad to perfumes, and it was at your own wedding. It's not that you didn't want the mother to be there, it's that you couldn't be around the perfume. And again, it's also your wedding, it's not just your wife's. If you can't even be at your own wedding, I'm sorry, like you versus like matron of honor, like the groom is more important than the matron of honor.
Sorry.
Must have been some stanky perfume. What was it? Chanel number 5? You must have really doused yourself. My wife and mother-in-law objected to this because my wife wanted her mom there the whole time, but your wife didn't want her new husband there? Yeah, Red flag. Definitely not the a-hole, bad situation, but you were being reasonable. Mother-in-law should have gone and taken a shower, returned with clean clothes. Yep. Wife is being unreasonable. I hope you didn't sign the wedding papers. Yeah, I'm honestly like a little worried about how bad of a red flag this is. Like the fact that your own wife, new wife, would not take this seriously and felt that it was more important for her mother to be there than you for literally 20 minutes.
It's 20 minutes.
She could come back in jeans, pajamas even. You're not the a-hole, my dear. And I hope you didn't sign the wedding papers yet. Trouble.
So scared.